Materials that I used for this project include 2 skeins of Paint Box Yarns Simply Chucky. I've got it in this nice light blue and a white. A size J crochet hook, 6mm. I love these Amore hooks from Clover. And a yarn needle. So here's one of my finished squares. And really, once you get past 3 and 4, you just keep repeating those. So you can make this as big or as small as you want. One of the things I'm going to do differently than you might see is I'm going to use a chainless double crochet to work my double crochets, because I can't stand it when I can easily tell which one of these little clusters has the chain 3. I really do not like the look of that. But when I do a chainless double crochet, you are welcome to do a chain 3 instead, if that's more comfortable for you. But I'll show you how to do the chainless double crochet in case you would like to do that. But we're going to work this. It's only 5 rounds in 2 different colors, and it's really simple. So I'll walk you through it. To begin our project, we're going to chain 4 to make our ring. Now this one has a purposeful hole in the middle, so this will give us a little bit of a hole right there. So chain 4, and then join with the slip stitch to the first stitch to make a circle. I like to join in the back loop, so you can join wherever you normally would, but I like the back loop for mine, so I'm going to join with the slip stitch. There we go, got our ring. Get that tail out of the way. Now, we're going to do either chain 3 here if you like that, or the chainless double crochet. So here's how I work a chainless double crochet. I lift up my yarn to about half of my hook shaft width. So, you know, double this width right here. Hold this part with your finger and circle like this. Okay, so let me show you again. You hold it in place, otherwise it's just gonna slide like this. That's not gonna work. Hold it here. Hook comes towards you and around till it looks like you have a yarn over. And now you want to yarn over, pull the loop through just the first, yarn over, and pull through both loops. And that gives you a chainless double crochet. Personally, I like to use this in any instance where I have a chain 3, but you can definitely do this pattern with a chain 3 if you don't like this. And now we're going to do 2 more double crochet right here in the middle of the ring. And this will make one of the clusters. Okay, and there's that. So let me show you mine. I can just tell a little bit right here that this was my starting chain. So a little, just because on the rings, it wasn't inside the ring, it looks a little bit different, but then this actually is my next one. And then here, and you can see that really looks like the double crochets next to it. So you don't have that weird chain 3 thing going on. So I would encourage you to try it and see. The only one I can tell on is like right here, but it looks better than a chain 3. Okay, so we've got our first little double crochet group there. Now to make the corner, we're going to chain 3. Every corner for this is going to have a chain 3, so it's an easy thing to remember. And now to work our next little group, we're going to do 3 double crochet in the ring. And see, now that I've got some stitches in there, it's easy to see where the middle is. So 3 double crochet right here. Okay, now we're at a corner, so 3 chains. Now 3 more double crochet in the middle. Okay, so we have 2 corners. And now chain 3 for our 3rd corner. And we're going to work 3 more double crochet. Okay, so we get 3 corners. Can you see these? 1, 2, 3. To make the last corner, we're going to chain our 3. But since we already have our group of 3 here, we're going to slip stitch. Mine got a little loose here. In the top of either your chain 3 or your chainless double crochet. So there's mine. And I'm going to slip stitch right in there. So there's our first round. Now this is going to have a few ends to weave in, definitely, because we're going to cut the yarn and fasten off on each round. To keep a knot from happening there, I just usually pull mine through, and then when I weave it in, I don't have to worry about having that knot going on. So now turn your work, and we're going to put our hook in the chain 3, grab our contrasting color, join it, chain 1, we'll pull it back here, get my yarn ready, and we're going to single crochet and chain 3 for a corner, and single crochet back in the same chain 3 here, and that gives us a corner space. Now chain 3. The white's really easy to remember, roll white or whatever contrasting color you use, because it's chain 3 single crochet, chain 3 single crochet. It just repeats. So you skip the little cluster and you single crochet, chain 3, single crochet back in the same, and you repeat. Chain 3, go over to this chain 3 space in the corner, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. So whenever you do your contrasting color, it's super easy to remember because it literally is only single crochet with chain 3s in between, and you're just going over here and skipping your double crochets. So that's something easy to remember. And now that we're back here towards the beginning, we do our last chain 3, move my yarns out of the way, and you're just going to slip stitch in that first single crochet, and then we're done with that color, and you can cut it, pull it through, and turn. Okay, back to our other color, main color, and we will turn our work. Oop, I did turn it. Because you're turning it around, but you want to always start this cluster area or the little granny with 3 double crochet group in the middle. So it's one thing to forget, like when I turned here and thought I couldn't remember if I'd turned, I can see that I ended over here with my slip knot, so I know that I haven't turned my work. So I want to turn and join right here, and I'm going to work a chainless double crochet. You could chain 3, and this one's a little trickier because, well, my yarns are getting in the way, but it's a little looser because that yarn in the back, I don't do any kind of knot when I join my yarns, but you can still do it just the same. And like I said, it really makes it look nicer. And this one gets a little loose, so then you just come around to the back and pull it. And then when you, this is a little loose, but of course when you weave in your ends, you can tidy that up just like I did with the other one. And now we're going to do 2 more double crochet here. Okay, so you can see how like right now that's there, but see when I tighten it up, it's gonna look a lot more like a double crochet than a chain 3 would. Okay, so we're gonna work these groups of 3 double crochet, and then the only break will be our corner again will have 3 chains. So we're going to put 3 double crochet. And then we're going to work our corner. So chain 3. And then right here in the same space, we're going to do 3 more double crochet. And this will effectively turn the corner. This is a very traditional granny method for squares. Okay, you will not chain in between these ones in the middle, no matter how big it gets. So like when mine gets a little larger, I'm not chaining in between these, only the corners. Okay, so now I'm going to do 3 double crochet in this chain space. And I'm coming to my corner, so I'm going to work my first 3 double crochet here. So make sure you don't chain in between on this pattern. And now we're at the corner, so we want to work the chain 3. And then 3 more double crochet here in the same corner space. Three more in this chain space, in the next chain space. And here we are in the next corner. So we'll chain 3, we'll work our 3 double crochet and then chain 3. Okay, now chain 3. And right in the same. So you see, it's easy to remember. It's an easy repeat because you know you're working these 3 double crochet together, and then when you turn a corner you're just chaining 3. So everything except for the single crochets are in groups of 3. So nice and simple. Oh, I'm chaining when I shouldn't be. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to work my 3 double crochet right here. And then turn my corner. So my chain 3 goes here. I started chaining early. And now my 3 more double crochet. And since there was no chain space here, I'm not going to chain. I'm just going to join to the top of my chain 3 if you're doing it that way, or I'm doing the chainless. So I'm going to join the top right here with a slip stitch. And then I'm going to cut this yarn. Pull it through and turn. Now we're going to be right here in between these two groups of double crochets. So go ahead and grab your yarn, join and chain 1. And we're ready to do the same thing we did before. You're going to single, and now we're going to chain 3. Single, chain 3 for the corner. Single crochet again in the corner. Chain 3. Okay, now we'll always work, no matter how many of these you get wide, you'll always work a single crochet in between your two groups. So you can see the space really easily. So just reach your hook into the space there and single crochet, just like you normally would single crochet. And it gives more definition to these groups, if there's more of a defined space between them. And then with it being a different color, it really looks nice. So come over here. So you can see now how that really defines them. And then chain 3 again. Work your corner. Chain 3. Single. So this is a very easy pattern to repeat. Like I said, you can make it as big as you want. You can make an entire blanket out of this. Coming right here in between. Chain 3. Right between the next two. And then always in the corner, the chain, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet in the same space. Okay, and you just repeat until we get back to the beginning. And then this pattern just repeats these last 2 rows as many times as you like. You'll always increase how many you have in the middle. Like this only has 1 in the middle now in this little corner group. The next time it would have more. It would have 3 in the middle. So it's going to grow each time by 2. And then you would just repeat this with the contrasting color to give it that definition. Okay, we're almost done. Do your last chain 3. And then come over here and slip stitch in your single crochet. And then you would change back to your main color and repeat. And so that's what I did with this one. So after that, you would just join. I said you always join right in the middle. So you would already see where you ended on this one right here. So you can see it would be in the very middle of your square, always in this middle one. So if I had gone through again and done the white in this one, that'd join in the middle and always. So you join in the middle, chain 3 or do a chainless double crochet and do your 2, and then work all the way to your corner. So I said if it was a whole bunch of stitches wide, you would still work these 3 double crochet groups in each chain space of the contrasting color to get to the corner. 3 double, 3 chains, 3 double, and then just keep working groups of 3 doubles to your next corner. 3 double, chain 3, 3 double, and just continue around until you join with a slip stitch, and then you just repeat. So just repeat round 3 and 4, and that makes the brick granny. Hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to check out my channel for lots more stitch tutorials and project tutorials and all things crochet. Thanks for watching. See you next time.